Hi there, Andy Ron here with Montana Land Source with this week's video summary for June 23rd, 2021. This week, for the first time in 2021, we saw more new properties coming onto the market than leaving the market in terms of going under contract or selling. All of 2021, we have seen diminishing supply in the market with more properties leaving the market than coming on the market. Just incredible demand out there for land still into 2021, but this week, more new properties entering the market. A total of 37 property updates, 18 new listings, 9 pending sales, 3 price changes, and 7 sales. So the volume of sales and pendings is still healthy. 9 pending sales and 7 sales is still a healthy number for a week in the Montana land market. But 18 new listings, that's higher than we have seen in quite a while. Another perspective on that, a year ago on this date, there were 612 properties on the market in Montana, 200 acres and larger. Today, there are 439 properties on the market. So it's the smallest level of supply we've seen in decades in the Montana land market, and just unbelievably high demand. So it'll be interesting to see as the season progresses. It appears that the market's responding and that sellers are putting their properties on the market. Surely if a landowner, ranch owner had intention of selling at any time in the near future, probably now is the time to do it, as our supply is just unreal. So presumably landowners, ranchers are responding to that demand in the market. Let's see, in news, next week the Montana Farm and Ranch Brokers Association is having our monthly meeting, and Steve Robinson from MapRight is going to be presenting via Zoom at that meeting. You can find information about that meeting at mtlandsource.com. And then in 3 weeks, Clark Wheeler and Mike McDonald from Norman C. Wheeler and Associates are going to be presenting at the Southwest Farm and Ranch Brokers Association meeting, which is in Bozeman. For decades, well over 20 years, Clark Wheeler has been giving an annual presentation on the market. He's going to do kind of a mini version, is my understanding, for that meeting coming up in 3 weeks. So that would be a good one not to miss. I plan on going over to Bozeman myself for that. And in other news, the Ranch Investor Podcast has some great podcasts out that you're going to want to check out. The most current podcast is on carbon markets. That's been a really hot topic in rural land, real estate, just what that emerging market might look like, the opportunities there. We have a great guest, Chris Mayhews, discussing that. And we also have a podcast out on tokenized ranch investing. Very progressive topic. You might have heard in other news sources about tokenization, about non-fungible tokens with crazy things like art, high-end art, and even crazy things like video clips and whatnot that you can actually invest or own a partial ownership in all kinds of assets. And we actually roll up our sleeves and talk about whether that might not be a reality for land ownership in the future. So very interesting content. You can find that at the Ranch Investor website, ranchinvestor.com, or at mtlandsource.com. Again, and as always, if you have events relative to the Montana land market or news relative to the land market, please let us know. We'd love to put it out there, put it on our site. We are striving to be the ultimate resource for all things Montana land. Please like our content on Facebook and LinkedIn and YouTube, and check us out at mtlandsource.com. That is the report for this week. Thank you. Have a good week, and we will see you next week.